Okay guys, now let's go. So we've been working with notifications related to the friendship. Now let's go and work with the notifications which are related to the friendship. So technically I'm talking about the likes and the comments. Okay, so there are first the screen which is in the home view controller, which we can proceed with a like, and another screen it is in the guest view controller where we can put a like. Okay, let's start from the home view controller. Um, this block of code, I'll copy this, the one which we've used for the updating the friendship request, and we're going to the home view controller. Okay, so we will go for the function where we're executing like button clicked, and here where we are deleting and where we're inserting, here we'll just insert it. Okay, so how we can do this before we execute that one, then we have action, insert, and delete. So that will be insert, else if will be delete. Okay, so we'll insert right here. And the changes that we need to do here, the type it must be like, it should be insert, and the second one it must be like, and action must be delete as well. Okay, so this is, now we need to check the variables which we need to execute. So it's a home view controller. Let's say if the user, if he liked his own post, so the by user ID it will be the user ID of Jennifer Lawrence, and the user ID it will be the ID of Jennifer Lawrence. So here I'm gonna keep the same user ID because he's on his home page. So this is how I will keep it. Okay, let's now copy this block of code which we have executed, and we're now going to the guests view controller. So I will search for the like.php, that is the one, and with the same function, and exactly here I will insert this one. And the change here will be by user ID, it will be a current user ID, that is the one user ID which is a current user, and the user ID which is targeted will be self.id. So this is the ID of the guest that we went to. Okay, so let's check now that our like notification works fine. Okay, I'm building my project. After that, we will go to the comments view controller where we'll have to make some minor update of the code. Okay, it's getting built, almost built. Yeah, here we go. It got built. Okay, first of all, I'll test my home page. So I put like on my post. So a notification, here we go, by user ID and user ID. Very good. So then I will remove it and notification is gone. Great. So now I'll go to guest. Let's go to anybody. Let's go to Bradley Cooper, who has a post, and I'll make a like for him. Here we go. So Bradley Cooper is 01, and I'll click one more time and the like is gone. Okay, that is amazing. So now we're going to the comments view controller, and we'll have to make here a minor update because comments view controller, it has no tracking who's the owner of the post. Okay, so here we will do it. Here at the top where comments object, here I'll write a new variable, uh, post owner underscore ID equals to integer. Okay, to comments view controller, we are coming from the home view controller or guest view controller. Okay, so I'm now going to the home VC. Here I will check for the comments VC when we're going. It's a prepare for segue. And here if we're going from the home view controller, so the post owner will know it is a current user actually. And so this is what we will do. I will access ID of the current user. Okay, of current user. So guard let ID equals to current user question mark square brackets, then in the quotation marks ID, else we want to return this. And here we will write vc dot post owner ID equals to ID. And here, that is the one which we need to cast as a string, which here we will convert it to be an integer, like that. Okay, and the same stuff we will have to do, for the guest view controller. Okay, I'm now going to the guest view controller. We're going to the function which called prepare for segue. That is the one, prepare for segue, comments VC. And here we are writing comments VC dot post owner ID equals to posts, then open and close square brackets, then write index path row, then come out from the square brackets, put exclamation mark, and again square brackets, then quotation marks. Here we'll write user underscore ID. So this is the owner of the post. Okay, and we will cast it as being an integer. Okay, let's now check our errors. Okay, so we can try to cast it as being our ID. Let's check it out. Okay, so then we are then we're going to the comments view controller, and I will go to the insert comment function. That is the one, insert comment. Right before we prepare a new HTTP request, here I will insert it. So if action, so here we're not going to use it because there is always only insert action. So this else statement, I'll remove it. So something like this. And this var body I'll remove. I'll just keep it let notification body, like that. Okay, so type here will be comment, action will be insert, and here user ID and the user ID here will be. Okay, so user ID will be by user ID, and the targeted will be post owner ID. So this is how we will make it. And when we delete the comment, I'll just copy this code. So we're going to the function delete comment right here. Right here, we will delete this comment. Right in this function, we're gonna remove this. Okay, great. Here I'll write guard let current user equals to guard let. We can write ID or user ID. Let's write just user ID or just an ID equals to current user question mark open close square brackets, then write ID else return it. Okay, here we are accessing ID of current user. Okay, very good. So by user ID it will be our ID, or let me name it just user ID, like that. And user ID will be post owner ID. And before we execute, I would like to use a better approach in our home view controller. Here we'll write vc.post owner ID will be equals to the same like we've done for the guest page with a user ID, like that. So replace this and remove this guardlet ID. Okay, now everything must be working fine. The likes are working fine, and the comments also must be working fine. So it's getting compiled. Okay, it got built. So first I'm going from the home page. I'll click on comments view controller. Here we go. So I'll write something like my post, something like this. Let's go to notifications. Here we go. So by user ID to user ID. The type is comment. Very good, guys. Very good. And then I will check it by deleting this. Let's now remove this comment and notification. Oops, yes, we're executing double time insert, so it must be actually delete. Okay, go to the comments view controller. There will be, this is insert comment, this is delete comment. Here it must be delete. Okay, now it must be fine. And so from home view controller it works fine. Then we'll just reconfirm that when we go from the guest page, everything is working fine as well. Okay, one more time I'll write a comment. Hi there. And that is the comment, and I'll delete it, and this must go. Okay, great, brilliant. And then I will search for Bradley Cooper. That's his post. So hello. So comment is there, and then I'm removing this. Then comment will disappear as well. Okay, very good. So everything working fine. So with the comments, then what we will do is we will copy this code where we're using for the insert, and we're gonna use it for the update bio. So bio we're updating in the home view controller. So that is the function. Whenever we update our bio, we will update the comment as well. Okay, update bio, action will be insert, and the type will be bio. So the bio got updated. So by user ID, and the user ID will also keep the current user ID. And we'll copy this block of code and we'll insert it in the bio VC, because there we're doing the same stuff here in this. But in this case, we'll have to insert it after ID, because this is ID which we will use. Okay, just let me come back to home view controller. The same stuff we need to do in the home view controller. So we need to paste this code right after we access our ID. So then we will replace our user ID with these IDs. Okay, so this is how it works, guys. Then the same stuff we will do for Ava changed. No, for the bio got deleted. So copy this code and we're going to home view controller. If we delete our bio, yeah, bio label tapped. When we will delete our bio, we want to delete it as well. So we insert it here, action will be delete. And yeah, like that. So when we want to delete it, it will be deleted. Okay, excellent. Then we're doing the same for in the edit VC for the cover image. Let's go to the edit view controller, and it was save button clicked. When we load the function update user, here we will write, here we're writing if statement. If is Ava changed equals true, open curly brackets, then insert this. So the changes, this will be insert, and the type will be bio. We need to do it again after we are accessing our ID guardlet mode here. Here. Okay, so this will be ID, that one will be ID, action will be Ava, so it means Ava changed. And the same we're doing for the cover, else if is cover change equals true, open curly brackets, and insert the same code, but we'll just replace Ava with the cover. send notification to the server. Yeah. This is actually, we can't do this because we cannot access the home VC. Not a problem. We'll write here guardlet ID equals to current user, or square question marks, then square brackets, then say, then quotation marks. It will be ID, else return it. And here I'll write a comment, access ID. Okay, beautiful. And the same, actually there is no use to keep this here because we need to put this, we need to cut this code, this one which is in update bio, and we need to insert it. Yeah, we'll keep it here, just that one we'll insert it right after bio here to make sure that it is deleted. Otherwise we'll delete it, then after, when update by is executed after this, so then it will insert again, because here we're inserting this. Okay, just let me build and run to make sure everything works fine. I'll write here, hello everyone, and I'll save it. I'll just make sure notification, that is my bio. Very good. So then I'll click on this, delete bio, and here it is still there, so we now need to delete this bio. Okay, we'll build one logic, guys. So I'll remove this block of code from our delete action handler. Here, I'll remove it from here. And here we will so here actually it's supposed to be delete. It's supposed to be delete because that one is only to delete the bio. As you see here, it will make it empty. So here just change it to delete. That's it. And now it works fine. Now everything is fine. So we now learn how to send all the notification to the database. If you want, guys, you can yourself, you can extend your notifications, let's say with the post ID, so like with the many features. In my case, I made this advanced draft, so you can make it ultra advanced by including your post ID, and I'm sure you can handle it because we made such a huge progress and you have learned so many stuff. So I'll build and run my app for the final time for this video to make sure that we can insert the bio with a notification and we can delete the bio notification. Okay, so I'm going to the home page. I'll write there my new bio, something like this. Save it. That is the one. So I'll delete it and buy delete it as well. So very good. So this is, guys, how it works. This is how we delete and update our buyer and the notifications, which later on will be loading in the log and showing the latest update. So that is really amazing, guys. Good job. Congratulations.